Dear students, this is Hare Singh, and I'm taking the subject Big Data Analytics, and I'll be discussing about Module 4. In Module 4, the first chapter, which is decision tree. So let us discuss about this. So what is decision tree? Decision trees are hierarchically branched structures that help one come to a decision based on asking certain questions in a particular sequence. A set of questions will be there which are arranged in a hierarchy way, and answer of one question will lead you to the another question, and answer of that question will lead you to the further question, and like that finally you will reach the answer of the final question. This is how the decision tree works, and it is most widely used techniques for classification. So nowadays, uh, for any kind of making decision, this is the most usually technique. We draw the decision tree, and based on that, we will find the final answer. They can generate knowledge from test instances that can then be applied to a broad population. A small set of data, this decision tree concept will be used on small test set of data, and whatever knowledge we generate from that small set of data, that will be applied on a broad population. Decision trees are used mostly to answer relatively simple binary decisions. So it is a kind of binary tree. So one left node will be there, one right node will be there, one root node be there, and further each left node and right node, it will be divided into, again, consider they will be considered as a root node, and again left node, right node, and it is will be like that. So human experts learn from past experiences or data points. So as a human, we get idea and knowledge from our past experiences and past data. Similarly, a machine can be trained to learn from the past data points and extract some knowledge or rules from it. Similarly, machine also can be trained. It can be programmed to learn and gain some knowledge from the past data. Decision trees use machine learning algorithm to abstract knowledge from the data. So decision trees use machine learning algorithm to abstract knowledge from the data. So what the algorithm decision tree use? It uses the machine learning algorithm to get the knowledge from the raw data. It would have a predictive accuracy based on how often it makes correct decisions. So we can predict accuracy of the decision, how accurately we have got the decision. The more training data is provided, the more accurate its knowledge extraction will be, and thus it will make more accurate decisions. So the more training data will be there, the chances of making accurate decision will be more and more. The more variables the tree can choose from, the greater is the likely of accuracy of the decision tree. In the decision tree, if the more number of variables are there, that will also favors to make a better decision. In addition, a good decision tree should also be fusion, so that it takes the least number of questions and thus the least amount of effort to get to the right decisions. So in decision tree, it should also be frugal. It means it should be economical. It should be less complex. The questions should be asked should be minimum, and efforts we should put, that should also be limited and should be minimum, and it should be less complex to make a right decisions. So these are the three different advantages are there using of decision trees. Let us study this decision tree with one example. Suppose we have a scenario, we have a situation in which we have a different variable like outlook, temperature, humidity, windy, and in these parameters we have to decide a particular game should be played or not. So like if outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, humidity is normal, windy is true, means it is a windy weather. In this situation, whether the game should be played or not, this is what we have to find out. Now some trend data is there, some past data, past values are there, like values if the outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, humidity is high, and windy is false. In this situation, our past experience is there that game cannot be played. Then again, if outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, humidity high, and windy true, in this also game is not played. Similarly, if the outlook is overcast, temperature is hot, humidity high, and windy false, in this situation game is played. So these are the total 14 situations we have in which some situation game are played and some situation game are not played. So these are the trend data which already value is given. Now what are the we for our previous question like this, when outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, humidity normal, windy true, in this one whether to play or not, this can also be, that option can also be found out here in this trend table. But what are the problems we can face while extracting knowledge or answer from the trend table is that the following. So disadvantages of looking up the data table. If there is no exact matching instance available in the database, the past experience cannot guide the decision. So suppose whatever this situation is there, like when outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, humidity normal, windy true, if this option is not present in the trend data, then we cannot find the solution of our question. That is the one problem is there. Second one, searching through the entire past database may be time consuming depending on the number of variables and the organization of the database. Like now it is a time of big data in which more number of infinite number of variables will be there, infinite uh, amount of data will be there, in size it will be suppose petabyte. So if a huge data is there, then it will take more and more time to extract the knowledge or final answer. This is the second problem, second disadvantage of looking up the data table. Third disadvantage is, what if the data values are not available for all the variables? In this instance, if the data for humidity variable was not available, looking up the past data would not help. So in this situation, if the suppose some value of some variable is missing in the data table, fortunately here in this data table values of all variables in all the situations are given, but suppose a case in which value of some variable are not given, then what you can do, how you can find the solution of this case. So that is another problem is there. So these are the three disadvantages are there for looking answer in the data table. So so we have to find a better way of solving the problem, maybe to abstract the knowledge